Okay, it's nighttime. I've been cleaning all day. I'm jonesing for something sweet. The pizza was great. I froze the rest of it. Fantastic. I mean, it was close. So I got that soggy crust. I wish I could come up with a crispier one without just doing a straight cheese one, which I've tried. But I want something sweet. And I think I need like a fat bomb. Because I just haven't had a lot of just fats today, and I can tell it. I'm really feeling hungry, jonesy. So I decided to pull out the cream cheese I bought, and I find out that instead of being in the little boxes I'm used to, it's in one big gargantuan chunk. Oh my heavens. So I guess I'm going to whack off 8 ounces, which I think would be the equivalent of 2. And I'm going to make myself a cheesecake with a pecan crust. Simple, simple. Okay, let's just make this easy. I sprayed the pan. I put in half a cup of pecans. Spread those around. I'm going to put in 4 teaspoons of brown sugar on those. Brown sugar substitute. Not the real thing, no.
Strong. 1, 2, 3, 4.
And I'm just going to kind of squish that around with the pecans. Oh, this will make a great crust. I'm going to put about 2 tablespoons of melted butter on this, and I'm just going to warm it in the oven. There's a couple of, I don't know, tablespoon and a half of melted butter. And like I said, I'm just going to put the oven on 375. I'm putting this in the oven. I'm just going to let it sit in there and get warm and all melty together while I mix the cream cheese and eggs and sweetener. You know, I'm going to put 3 eggs in here. This is the equivalent of about 2 bricks of cheese. Here's our pecans that just warmed with the butter and the brown sugar, and they are just warmed. I think for 2 bricks, I'm going to go with 3 eggs. The coyotes are packing, so we're yelling at the coyotes tonight. 1/8 of a cup of my new erythritol I'm going to be trying. I'm also going to go with 1/8 of a cup of sour cream, because I have my 1/8 cup measure out here, and that's about all the sour cream I have, probably. There we go. That'll be a good amount. Get that in there. I love sour cream. I'm going to thin this out with 1/4 cup of heavy whipping cream. Maybe a little more. I don't know. I love heavy whipping cream. And then I'm going to put in 1/2 cup of stevia. That erythritol is not terribly sweet, but it has a really nice sugary taste. And I want this to be nice and sweet. So that was maybe a little less than half. It'll be fine. And I'm just going to blend that all together with some vanilla. I found it. I'm going to put in a big capful of this vanilla. Yum, yum. And Grandma's speedy blender. Oh boy. Can you see that? Have I got that where you can see it? And that's all I'm going to do, is I'm just going to sit here and blend this up. I don't mind if it's a little chunky. Me personally, I like those little lumps of cream cheese in there, but I am going to mix it until it's pretty smooth, so I'll be back. Alright, be sure to taste it when you get done mixing it, and fight the urge to get a spoon and just eat all of it. Because, oh man. Now, as you can see, I'm just going to pour this over the pecans. I'm not going to fill it all the way. I'll use the rest of this in something and bake it off. I'm going to turn my oven down to 325, and I'm going to put this in there for an hour. And just kind of give you an idea of how you can get creative with cooking. You know, we had that little bit of cheesecake left in there. So I thought, well, what am I going to do with it? And I decided to just put some pecans in the bottom of one of those pans. I had extra pans. I added a dollop of caramel flavoring, coffee flavoring, the 0 carb, an extra egg, because I figured, well, there's not enough in there really to do that. And then I added about a tablespoon of instant coffee. And this is what I got. With the extra egg, I extra beat it. And then, just for fun, I'm going to pour it over the pecans. With the caramel flavoring, I put in a little extra erythritol and a little extra of the brown sugar substitute. I'm not keeping track of the carbs on this. These are desserts, but they're not supposed to up your insulin levels because they're sweetener substitutes. But this one tastes pretty good. It tastes a lot like coffee and caramel, so let's see how it bakes with the extra egg in there. I'm going to put it in with the other one at 325. I'm just kind of using the nuts as a crust. Get around here. I need to get some of that you see is the coffee that didn't melt yet. See those pecans floating to the top? That's okay. I just thought that would be kind of fun to have coffee caramel pecan cheesecake. And like I said, you start with a basic base, and then you just think of ideas and flavoring and add to it. Cooking's not hard. It's just something you have to think in your mind. And of course, I've been tasting this all along the way, make sure it's sweet enough, and it is the flavor I want. I did add a little extra coffee at one time to make sure it had a little extra coffee taste. There you go. This is going in the oven at 325 with the other one for an hour. Oh wow, I just pulled these out of the oven. And look at that. Oh my heavens. I am just really surprised at how good this one looks. And this one, wow. Wow. And boy, if we had smell-o-vision. Oh, I'm going to let these cool off. Because nothing worse than hot cheesecake. And then we're going to give it a whirl. See which one tastes the best. Bet you it might be the one that I just threw stuff in and decided to see if it'd work. You never know about those things. Happy accidents. Okay, I put them both in the refrigerator to cool off, and they're pretty cool right now. So I can't wait. I am going to go ahead and cut a small piece of each and give them a whirl. I'm watching a movie in the background, and like I said, I kind of know that it seems like whenever I film and I watch movies at the same time, I always can hear the movie better. In the movie, oh my goodness, just that little taste. Alright. Wow. Now I added an extra egg to this one over here because it was just so thin in such a small amount. But that first piece always scrambles when you get it out. Oh, I like the fact that, look at this. I don't know if you can see it here in the bottom. It's kind of caramelized, and the nuts are kind of sweet with that artificial brown sugar. I'm definitely pulling those out. Stick my camera up where you can actually see my face. Oh, here we go. Put you on my paper towels. There you are. Don't fall. Alright, here's the first one, which I showed you how to make. And like I said, the standard cheesecake recipe is nothing fancy. Wow. So I've been jonesing for pecans. And someone, thank you for sending me the pecan pie recipe link. And so I figured out I have a pecan pie recipe just sitting in my refrigerator in the form of my maple syrup. Alright, here's the coffee caramel one. Wow. Now that's good too. Completely different texture with the extra egg in it. It's almost a pumpkin pie texture, but that's a happy accident. Yeah. That's cool. You know what? I'm thinking with some pumpkin and some pumpkin pie spice, that could pass. And let me try this. I'm going to try the vanilla one again. Vanilla pecan. Alright, that's it. If you got to take something for dessert, this is it. Nice and fatty. Texture's beautiful. This is the first time I've used erythritol. I'm impressed. And I hope that they're right. It doesn't raise your insulin. because that's just almost too good. With the stevia, can't even tell there's stevia in it. Wow. I could sit here and eat that in front of you all day long. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, or subscribe to keep up with the insanity. I've been cleaning the house all day while I'm making these. This, like I said, all I've eaten today was pizza and this. And I've made some big headway. Starting to look a little more like a home. I'm very happy with myself. Very good. Very good, Grandma. Cleaning the house. All right. You all have a beautiful weekend. Into your weekend. Wonderful Sunday, whether you go out or stay home and whatever you do on Sunday. Just be sure to enjoy it. I love you all. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.